Hello everyone, and today we're going to talk about virtual private networks. And virtual private network, to give you a quick information on virtual private network, other known as VPNs, are used on private and public networks for security and privacy reasons. Because you don't want to have your information and anyone could could tap into your network to get your information. So this is why they use virtual private network, or known as VPN. And I'm going to show you how we set it up. So we're going to start by going into server manager. I'm going into roles. Let's X off one of these server managers. Alright, then we're going into roles. We're going into add roles. Then we're going to click next. And we're going to click network policies and access services. So we're going to click that, then next. Some information here so you can understand, so you can read this. I'm going to click next. And we're going to click routing and remote access services. And by default, you'll notice remote access services and routing are selected. This is very important. I'm going to click install. I'm going to pause so this could install fast. After it finished load, I'm going to click close. Then I'm going over to the start menu, administrative tools, and we're going over to routing and remote access. I'm going to my server name. I'm going to right click and click onto configure and enable routing and remote access. We're going through the wizard, so I'm going to click next. Due to this tutorial, I'm going to click custom configuration. I'm going to click next again. I'm going to click VPN access, next again, and I'm going to click finish. They're going to ask me to start service, and I'm going to click it. So I have to give a user access to the service. So what I'm going to do is go into start, administrative tool, up to active directory user and computer. I'm going to open this up. I'm going down to users, and I will look for a user. I previously made Devon Prodigy, so we'll go into that. We're going over to dial-in. I'm going to click allow access, and I'm going to click apply and OK. My next step is to open up a client machine. So I'm going to pause this video and open up it and put up one of my virtual client machines. So I'm going now, since I just started up my client machine, my next step is to go into network sharing. I'm going to right click and go over to network and sharing center. Then I'm going to click on set up a connection or a network. Go down to connect to a workplace, click next. I'll be presented with two options here, dial directly or use my internet connection. I'm going to use this one, and then I'll set up an internet connection later. I'll click on that one, and you're going to type in your server's information here, which mine is 192.168.56.101. I'm going to click next. I'm going to put in my information. It was Devon Prodigy. Password. And your name, that is optional, but I'm still going to put it in. Click create. It will say that I need internet connection. So what I'm going to do, I'm going back to my Windows 2008. So what I'm going to do, I'm going into remote access class. I'm going over back to my virtual machine, and I'm going into network, manage network connect, and you see VPN connection. Click onto that. I'm going to enter my passwords, and I'm going to click connect. So it has been connected. My next step is to go back to my Windows 2008, and I'm going to refresh this, and as you can see, I have been added for the service, and this comes to the end of VPN, virtual privacy network, virtual private network, sorry. Hope you enjoyed the video.